I have done a ton of videos on YouTube processing, speed, how to figure out when it's going to get done, why it's taking so long, what to expect, what not to expect. So I'm going to do another video because this thing is crazy. This is a 4K video. Not the video I'm recording, but I am recording in 4K. You are looking at my computer processing a 4K video. About 19.5 gigabytes of 4K data, 3840 by 2160. Very new computer, lots of memory. One of the top of the line machines out right now. We are talking 38, 39, 40, 50. We're talking almost 4 hours for this computer to render. So anybody that's thinking about doing serious video, you're not going to do this on your cell phone. There's no way a cell phone could even process something like this. In fact, it wouldn't process it, it would downgrade it to probably 720 or 1080. This is an hour video, 4K. As I said, it's going to take 4 hours to render. After that, I'm going to try to keep a log of what's going on. I figure it's going to take about 19K. It's probably going to take 24 hours to upload. And I'm assuming it's going to take YouTube at least 2 or 3 days to process. So I'm sure no one out there is uploading. Hey, stop that, stop that, stop that. The dog is licking the cabinet. Don't do that, that's dirty. Don't do that. You're a dog, I give you food. You don't have to lick dust. She's looking at me like, I'm sorry. Good girl. You don't have to lick that filth. She's still doing it. Oh my God, stop, stop, don't do that, that's gross. Okay, so I will be back. I'm gonna try to keep track of all of this. Lots of people write to me and say, why is YouTube at 360? Why is it at 720? Why is it at 240? Hold on, I gotta stop the dog. So nobody out there is gonna be shooting a 1 hour 4K video. I doubt anybody's gonna do that. If you are and you're doing this on your cell phone, you're a fool. You're not going to get any good quality at all. There's no way a cell phone would be able to handle something like this. Uploading, you would wipe out your, you'd probably wipe out your unlimited plan. So, I'm going to keep track of everything. I'll put it in the video as we go along. I'm sure this video is going to take days to finish off. And at least you'll have an idea. YouTube has changed things a lot. It used to be you didn't really know what was going on. Now you know what's going on. They let you know when they are processing. They let you know when they're processing the HD. They let you know when they're processing the 4K. They don't really give you a time when it's going to be done. But when it starts getting into the good processing, you have some idea where you're at. So I will show you that in the video. Thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, comment. Nobody leaves donations to me, but the donation link is in the video description, along with the affiliate links that will help out my channel. Make sure you click on that notification bell, ding, ding, and all that cool stuff that nobody does. All right, I'll be back. This is really important data. Anybody that's posting a humongous video, this is a 19.6 gigabyte video file. This is 4K, but 19.6 gigabytes of video. It took 3 hours and 1 minute to render this on an extremely fast computer. So if you've got an exceptionally fast computer, you're probably going to render much faster than the 3 hours. If you are doing this on a really slow or old computer, I'm not going to even mention an iPad or an iPhone. You're not going to pull that off. You're not going to render a 20 gig video file on an iPhone or any cell phone. 3 hours. Okay, next step, we're going to go and upload this. I've got, I don't even know what my speed is, probably 236 megabyte per, well, no, it's upload I think is 11 megabytes a second. I was talking about the download before. So upload is about 11 megabytes a second. We're going to see how many hours it takes to do this. Probably a good 12 or longer. And the video is 57 minutes, 22 seconds. I also took the same video, the 19 gig video, and shrunk it down to a 10-minute video. It was 57 minutes originally. Shrunk it down to 10 minutes. You can see on the left, it is now 3.6 gigabyte. It took me 31 minutes and 19 seconds to render the same video. 4K is a nightmare. Now we are going to do some uploading. This part really doesn't matter. It's dependent on your internet speed. I am going to be uploading probably at about 12 megabytes a second, I think I said, and we're looking at about 53 minutes or so. 52 minutes, so it's going really fast already. We'll find out soon. Upload rate, 12.3, keeps bouncing between 12 and about 9. I'm uploading the 3.6 gig first. Should take about an hour, maybe less, it's hard to say. This is a 3.9 gig file, 4K. Took 45 minutes to upload. Well, let's make it 50. Took about 50 minutes and said it would take about an hour. And now we are at processing time. Processing will begin shortly. That is the thing that on YouTube is probably going to take me about 24 hours. So I'm going to set up a timer for that right now and shut this thing off here. Let's just say about an hour to upload a 4 gig, 3.9 gig, 4 gig file to YouTube at 12 megabytes a second. This is the next one, the 19.5 gigabyte upload, which nobody is going to be doing on YouTube. Almost a 20 gig upload. Starting this at 8:32 p.m. I'm going to let you know how long it's going to take. It's probably going to take like 12 hours or longer. Here we go. We are, I don't even know, how far are we into this 86? We're a while into this. That's not a good answer. We are 16 minutes in. Just uploaded processing HD. A few seconds ago it said something about checking 16%. It's processing HD. It's been doing this for 16, did I say 16 minutes, something like that. Okay, so let's go check now and see how YouTube does this whole mess. The bottom one is the 3.9 gig. The top one is the big 19 gig that I'm uploading. So let's go check out and see what this means. This is how YouTube does it now. They make it really easy. Before it was difficult. I made a whole bunch of videos on it. Check out my channel. Thumbs up, subscribe, like, share. Click that bell, ring ding ding. Check out my video description. Standard definition. There we go. Complete. So people always say, oh, I almost threw my computer, the standard comment, I almost threw my laptop across the room. Thanks for your video. Stop saying that. Just stop it. Standard definition completed, which usually means 720. High definition, still processing. That usually means 1080. 4K, processing, that's probably going to be going on for 24 hours. But this is how you do it nowadays in 2021. You look over here, get off of your stupid cell phone and your stupid apps and go to a real computer that smart people use. Throw that cell phone away. Get on a real computer. This is how you find out how to do stuff. Apps, real adults don't use apps. Standard definition complete, high def processing, 4K processing. Let's see what that means. It probably means that we're only at 360. Remember, it's a standard was processing. So let's go click the wagon wheel and see what we get. 360. 360 is all we have. I think we've been doing this for about 20 minutes. After 360, you're probably going to get, I don't know, you can get a variety of things. 720, maybe 14.4, 1080. If you shoot it at 60 frames, then you get 1080, 60, maybe. And then 4K will happen a long time. 4K will happen much later. So let's check that out now. And let me time it a little bit. We'll check back in half an hour and see if we're at 720. Usually when we get to 720, the 1080 pops up right after that. Date, quick update, 52 minutes so far. YouTube still shows that it's processing the HD. It says the SD has been completed. So for people that write to me asking me about my video, and how do you know? This is how you know. This is the 20 gig, the 19 point something gig file, 18% uploaded, and we've been going for almost an hour, so 20, 40, 60. So it's going to be about 5 hours to upload and probably 5 days to process. And we are back at the video. We're back at the video. We see over here, standard definition done, HD, high definition processing. So once high definition processing is done, I'll show you what you get. You probably get the 720 and the 1080p. And the 4K obviously is not anywhere near done. They made it so easy compared to how it used to be. Look at this. Where's the mouse? Look at that. Video upload completed, so you know it's completed. And then you move it over. Processing HD, SD is completed. And then you go over there with the check, no copyright issues, add suitability, no issues. How much easier could they make this? I'm amazed that people still write to me asking when their video is going to get processed. We are at an hour and 45 minutes. This is the 3.9 gigabyte 4K video file. Let me show you where we're at right now. So this is what it gave me so far. 240p, well, 144p, nobody watches that. 240p, nobody watches that. 360, some people. 480p, I watch a lot of my videos 480p on my old computer. It makes it much easier. A lot of cell phone companies lock you at 480p on your cell phone, even if you switch the video settings. And we're at 720p, 60 frames right now because this was GoPro. GoPro shoots at 60 frames. And we're at 1080p 60 frames. Now, the only thing that I have left is I'm waiting for the 3840 by 2160, which is the 4K. But when we look here, we see that it is still processing the HD. So I don't know what the next HD is going to be, because we're already at 1080, 60 frames. I don't know what it's going to do after that, because that's really the highest HD, and then you go to 4K. But I'll be back. So that's 1 hour and 44 minutes to do a 4 gigabyte file. People who tell me that they've been waiting for 2 days, sometimes I upload a 4K file, and it takes me 2 days. Sometimes I upload a smaller file, and it takes 2 days, but that's for the 4K. For the HD, it goes really fast. I'll be back. I am done for the night. I'm not going to sit up here and do this all night. 2.5 hours in, we're at 1080p, 60 frames per second. It still shows that it's processing the HD, even though the HD is processed. It shows that it's processing the 4K, and this probably will not be done until sometime tomorrow. So we're 2.5 hours into this. When I wake up in the morning, hopefully it will be done, but I don't think it will be. That is the 19 point something gig upload. We are 2.5 hours in. We have 2.5 hours left to go. I don't know how I guessed that it was 5 hours, but I'm impressed. I'm amazing. So 19 gig, 5 hours for upload, and then we're easily talking a good 24 hours to 48 for processing. Hey people, I just woke up, so let's see, both of them are processing. Let's see what's going on here. We are 11.5 hours in. This is the 10-minute video. Let me see, where's that mouse button? Trying to find it in the camera here. SD shows done, HD still processing, 4K still processing. And that's for a 10-minute video. 12 hours later for a 10-minute video. 4K video, which is 4 gigs, and it's still processing 12 hours later. And this is what we saw about, after a couple hours? So we're still processing the HD video over there. Even though it shows it's complete, it's still processing. So people who say, why isn't it processing? Takes a long time, and people say it is processing, but it hasn't stopped. It takes a long time. Let's go to the hour video now. This is the 1 hour video. This is this 57-minute video, the 19 point something gigabyte video. After 12 hours, we're still only at the SD, the 360. We don't have anything else after almost 12 hours. So I'll come back and we'll see how long it takes to do all of this. That way you have an idea how long it takes to do a 4K, 4 gigabyte video, and how long it takes to do a 20 gigabyte video. Here is some good info. 12 hours, 12 and a half hours. We're going to look at the 20 gig 4K video. 20 gigs of 4K video, 12 and a half hours from upload to processing. It shows that we are still processing in HD, but check this out. 1080p 60 HD and 720 60. So what this tells us is that anybody on here who's complaining all the time that they're not able to get anything uploaded and processed, this is a 20 gig file. 1080p 60 frames, which is humongous, in about 12 hours. And the other one, the 4 gig, was what, 3-4 hours or something. So 4K, that's a whole different story. We're talking, for a file like this, we're talking anywhere from 1 to 2 days before it finishes the processing. I think that's enough of the video. I'm not gonna wait and see how long it's gonna take for the 4K. Maybe I'll put that in the comments section and pin it to the top, but that should give you an idea of how long it takes to upload 4K 1080p 60 frames with humongous file size.